We're running an inverse prison right now, which is not great. Our prisoners are outside, and we're living inside. So we need to fix this. But it's just the beginning, you know? Things are moving slowly. Our main issue right now is that everyone's unhappy because we live in a hideously hot and ugly environment where there's bugs and disease everywhere and no one wants to work or do their job. Our prisoners especially are having severe mental breaks. They're super upset. And all Balls has is a shotgun, so, well, he ends up killing one of our prisoners. Our goal is to get to 40 prisoners. The Empire has hired us as a contracting company to secure 40 prisoners for them. However, it's proven more difficult in the jungle than expected. Like I said, the jungle is full of disease and bugs and madness. Jungle fever, if you will. These traders are just being friendly. They're helping me out. They help secure my prisoner for me. One thing about this map, though, is a lot of traders come through. It's random, so I think that we're getting a lot of events and a good spread of events, which is good because our town is very far away from the nearest trading post. We would have to go all the way down this river and then down this road to make trades, so it is nice that they come visit us. We need to improve the inside here, though, so that we can have an actual prison cell where we can bring our prisoners inside, and then we were also trying to make our freezer smaller because our freezer was built too big and it wasn't getting cold. So now hopefully it'll cool off. It's a little bit smaller, although we do have this weird room in the middle now. This is Ido. He's a soothsayer, prophet, psychopath, dude with no shirt wandering around in the jungle. I don't know what you want to call him, but he can transmute steel, so that's kind of neat. He actually helps us make some bioferrite, but usually what he does is just wander around making insane ramblings. Kind of harmless, though. He doesn't actually do much when he goes into a mental break. We do finally get the technology, or the plant skill, I should say, to make heal root and grow heal root. And what do we do after that? We plant one plant and walk away, of course. That's Rimworld. The reason we need heal root is because, like I said, the jungle is full of diseases and everyone's pissed off and getting sick and getting injured, including our prisoners and animals. So we're trying to improve our living situation to keep people from constantly being upset. And one way we do that is by making our environment a little better because it's hideous. As you can see, Charlie is very upset, and it's not good when Charlie's upset because he likes to break the baby's stuff, including the crib that the baby is currently sleeping in. He also has a plasteel mace, which does some freaking damage. He can, like, one-shot all of our stuff. So he's gonna just destroy everything. Funny enough, Tails and Balls were actually decided to just start making love right when Charlie started breaking their stuff. So, you know, they're Yatkins. They're pretty wild as well, so they don't care too much. Our rec room is doing better, though. We've actually got a fully functional recreational room to hopefully keep them happy, and it's kind of decent sized. We've also put some tiles inside their bedrooms and brought our prisoner back actually into the prison, the one that's still alive at least. We do need to start researching stuff, though, because we need turrets. The whole point of this base is to have this giant nice kill box that we built, and it's not going to be effective if we don't have turrets, and this base also won't be effective when I install the air conditioners backwards. So we're working on it. Not only does the game give you challenges, but you know, you can give yourself challenges as well. Speaking of the game giving you challenges, now all of my people are starting to get sleeping sickness, including my baby. Although, I mean, it doesn't really matter if my baby has sleeping sickness. It just sleeps all day anyways. But it does matter if my people get sleeping sickness, because in order to cure it, you have to have medicine, and we don't have much medicine. Luckily, a trader comes through and has a whopping 9 herbal medicine. So we will absolutely purchase that, and that will help us with our endeavors to stave off the diseases of the jungle. Our last prisoner, Donkey, is also going insane and trying to escape. So, as wardens, we do what we do best. Shoot them in the face with our shotgun. Sometimes it's effective in stopping them. Sometimes it's effective in permanently stopping them. So now we have 0 prisoners. And to top it off, because Balls has now seen some dead bodies, he goes on a rampage and kills his wife's dog. Yes, you heard that right. He decides that because he's upset, he will murder the family dog. Thanks, Balls. You have to love Rimworld. Somehow, though, they're fine with it, and they're just still sleeping together, so I'm sure my wife would be pretty pissed if I killed her dog. And Charlie's also still upset, intermittently going on rampages, intermittently insulting people, fighting mothers that are breastfeeding their baby and losing. But everything's okay now. We just slap some bandages on and start cooking some corn. You know, that's the healing process. And the Atkins, you know, they don't take to it too personally. They're a violent society. I mean, they're beast dog people anyways, right? They fight with each other all the time. We have a raid coming in, but right now what we're trying to do is actually make Balls the prison doctor, who's like our prison spiritual leader, because everyone's pissed that we don't have one. So that way we can stop getting debuffs. But while we were doing that, I kind of forgot and lost track of the raid, and they wandered all the way into our camp. And I don't actually notice until the very last minute, which, hey, you know, like I said, sometimes we put challenges on ourselves in this game. It's not just the game giving us challenges. Tails is going to need to go put her baby back in the crib before she comes down here to help us fight. Lurks is going to shoot people with her bow, which she's actually pretty good at. And this person actually gets pretty close to Balls before he figures out that, oh yeah, I have a shotgun and I can just shoot them right in the chest and they'll go down. So even though this raid comes and catches us by surprise, we still manage to down a few of them. And we actually end up capturing these two that are down in the hallway. And then there was a third one outside that was wounded that collapsed. And so we'll bring that person in as well. So now, you know, we went from 2 to 1 to 0 prisoners to 3. We'll see if we can't bandage them up and save them. We put them in a hole in a cave in the dark. Although we did give them a passive cooler, Geneva Conventions. And now we're harvesting heal root like real grown adult people that want to survive. And this is going to be a game changer for us because we're trying to chop off all their legs so they can't walk and escape. That is the goal for this game, is to get as much medicine as possible for our dark cave doctoring. And we buy 28 heal root off of these folks. And interestingly, these folks are also here while some panthers try to attack us. Man-eating, man-hunting panthers. And that's nice because, well, the traders are right in our kill box, so they can serve as a deterrent while we do our experiments with heal root, wooden legs, and peg legs. However, this concept of cutting off someone's leg, putting a log onto said cut-off leg, proves very difficult. We have, you know, a work in progress, so to speak, as far as our doctoring skills and abilities to cut off legs. Our traders, though, work exactly as planned, and they kill the panthers as they're coming down. But our surgical skills remain to be seen. Yes, we're definitely the United Healthcare of this mountain prison system. There is also prisoners killing each other, which is the whole reason why I need to cut off their legs. One panther actually somehow was wandering around wounded and came in here to try to fight us, but we deal with him easily. Not too concerned about the panthers, are more concerned about our prisoners escaping, trying to constantly kill each other, and us killing them because they're trying to escape. So if they can't walk, then our ability to control them is much better. And I said in the previous video, the Empire doesn't care if we chop off their legs because later on, we can install prosthetic legs in them and they can still be workers for the Empire, whatever they need to do. I've realized that one tactic is to keep them constantly anesthetized. That way they're sedated and can't fight with each other, while I slowly try to chop off their legs. And when I mean slowly, I'm talking like 12 times or something. I tried this. I'm not even joking. It took me so long to cut off their legs. In hindsight, it might be wise to have a prison hospital. What a crazy concept. Instead of just trying to hack their legs off on the dirty mountain floor, it could be possible that we build a prison hospital and then can have successful amputations. However, at this point, the Empire did hire the lowest bidder for this contract for this mountain prison. Okay, so we're not working with the smartest bunch. Okay, Charlie's a good miner, but he wasn't hired to be a great, excellent doctor. And the Atkins aren't known for their intellectual prowess, okay? They're not like the, Elon Musk of their generation, okay? They're more like, I don't know, infantry marines or something, okay? But through brute force, resilience, and persistence, we will remove their legs. Or they will die. And that's okay, because really what we want is our kill box set up appropriately before we start stacking up too many prisoners. And the reason for that is, well, prisoners are wealth. So if we have a lot of prisoners, it's going to relate to a lot of wealth in our colony. We're going to get big raids, so we need to be ready for it. We do actually successfully control these two prisoners enough to get their legs cut off, which is amazing. And we just can now feed them raw food, let them lay in their beds, and we can go about our business. And in the end, we actually get the place squared away a little bit to where people aren't going insane. We're making a couple fine meals and can run a proper prison as the Empire intended.